Hi everybody, and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you'll see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoy the content that I make, and that I make so much of it, please take a second when you arrive to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Wants get noticed on this huge platform. So I'm thanking everyone in advance for that thumbs up. Okay guys, this is so exciting. First of all, I had the opportunity to put everything that we're going to be talking about on my face. I'll be able to give you mini reviews on everything, but I just want to share with you that everything that I tried is an absolute winner. So July is going to be the most amazing month for all of us. All right, today is the day that I got the IPSY huge PR box, which, as you know on my channel, this is such a treat for me because you know how much I love IPSY. So, but I've already shared with you because I always get my paid versions, my Glam Bag, my Glam Bag Plus, when there's an X, when there's mystery bags, when there's add-ons, when there's pop sales. You know that I'm an IPSY girl through and through. And the reason being is that, and now it's IPSY and BoxyCharm, which it couldn't be a better family. The brands that are in here, fantastic. The products that I didn't know about with new brands that I just got introduced to blew me away. I had such a hard time choosing what I wanted. And we only get, at least I know for me, there's real no communication when you get PR from a company. So especially even with IPSY. So I only know that I'm going to be getting when tracking arrives. And this took, I was hoping it would come before choice day, because as you know, I pay for my versions and I have to make my choices. And I don't like to, choose something that could possibly be in, but I have to choose based on as if this is a gift, which is what it is. And then if I end up with duplicates based on what I chose, which is what I wanted, then that goes into a future giveaway. So that's how it works out for me on this channel. But we got both bags in here. We got the Glam Bag and the Glam Bag Plus. And I shared you already spoilers and everything for everything. So to see this stuff in person and for it to be even better than I even anticipated, and a couple of things I wasn't able to choose, and then I was going to wait for the second chances because I really didn't want to add add-ons again to stuff that I really wasn't sure what was going to be in this box. And I'm happy that I waited this time, because one of the items was something, and I'll get to it when I get to it, that I thought was something completely different just based on all the spoilers we did, and it ended up being something so different, and it took my mascara to a whole new level. So I don't want to get ahead of myself because I've tried everything on. I could not wait. I couldn't get to sit down here fast enough to share my thoughts with you guys. That's how much is going on in my head. Starting with the IPSY Glam Bag, and this is where I tell everybody that when you ask me where you should start, I always share with you my experiences, why I chose to do things. That's what my channel is all about. It's information. It's trying to give you more information about the products, because not everybody has access to IPSY. I have people from different countries that watch, and I know when I lived in Canada, I didn't, purchase any of these products through subscription boxes. I would wait and watch some reviews, and then I would wait for the items to go on sale, or I would go to Sephora or things like that. So not only is this fantastic that we get this through a company like IPSY, so we can get access to so many brands, so many new launches at such amazing prices, that if you don't get IPSY, then this is a product information video for you too. All right, so starting with this bag. This is that $13 a month bag that now, starting in July, they're adding that $1.99 handling fee. That is going to make this bag $15. I think subscription boxes are worth it. So to me, if it goes up $2, if it goes up $5, it really doesn't deter me, simply because when you come from Canada, which is where I originate, and then now I'm living full-time in the States, the prices that we pay for one item, it would blow your mind. Everything is 40% more, even with the dollar exchange and things like that. So for me, this is such a treat. I can't even express it enough. So sometimes when you guys write to me, that the price keeps going up and up and up, I am keeping my fingers crossed that for $1.99 more a month, we're still going to have access to what we have access to based on how the prices and inflation and possibly a recession coming down the road. We did not miss a beat with IPSY or BoxyCharm during the whole COVID. I did not miss one box. So the fact that these companies are able to do all this and keep the prices at a point where it is still attainable for a lot of us to be able to get products that, like I said, are new launches. I love getting this and I love being able to share it with you guys. So that's my thoughts in reference to all of this. But this bag, we saw sneak peeks of, and it's even better in person. I was so looking forward to this, and it is not going to disappoint. The color, everyone is getting the same color this month. This little starfish, it made me decide to what I wanted to wear today. It really gave me the theme, and it is beautiful. It is even more beautiful in person. The IPSY, the only place that I was able to find the name is actually on the back end of the charm. Otherwise, everything does not say IPSY on it at all. It is the cutest bag. It is lined in yellow. It is so, so beautiful. I know the bag is free. And that's the other thing. This is one thing that IPSY does, is it's never part of the count in reference to the Glam Bag or the Glam Bag Plus. We always get these extra little gifts, and this is a gift in the bag. Then you're supposed to only get 5 deluxe samples, but they always seem to, at least for me, I always get like one full size in my bags. And when it comes to PR, this is just me getting a bunch of products that I had the opportunity that were choices for us, but it's not the ones that I selected. Those you'll see, which I shared with you already when we went through the spoilers on the 2nd, but you'll also see me unpack those here on my channel as well. So starting with, and so many of these were items that I really didn't know which one to choose, and they ended up being here. And some I had duplicates because I chose them because I wanted them, and they will not disappoint if you chose them too. So starting with a brand that I have been telling you about since I've had the opportunity to try it, and it's because of IPSY that I learned about this brand, and it's called Kinship. What a treat. So when I put on, I'll go through at the end how I did my makeup from start to finish in reference to how I use the products, because I want to just get through the products with you guys first. So my mind is going a million miles an hour. This is called the BrightWave. It is an energizing brightening eye cream. It says it is energy drink for tired eyes. This was such a treat. As you can see on the picture here, it is this kind of peachy color, and it really, you can't see it when you put it on your eyes. This came with a safety seal. This is the packaging that it is here. Yeah, I'm putting it the right way. And then this has, as you can see in here, I don't know if the light's catching it. A lot of you guys, when I watch other channels, that they say, oh, it's only half full. It is the amount that's supposed to be in here. But when you did manufacturing, which I did, and you know, all of that, the different size of the different tubes can cost a lot more if you have to get a smaller tube. They're not trying to like put one over on us if there's less amount in the tube than what the tube looks like. The cost of a tube is the cost of a tube. So if this is the tube that would cost maybe the manufacturer, you know, a certain dollar, or maybe 10 cents or 20 cents, if they went with a different size, the prices go up and down. So a lot of times when you're doing manufacturing, you have to choose the container that will help you keep the price of your product down. So don't look at it like, oh, that there's this much in here or that much in there. It's the right amount is in here based on the amount of ounces that should be in the tube. So that's just something that every time I hear that, it makes me think twice. As you know, with eye creams, the best thing to do is to take a pea-size amount, then put it in between your ring fingers, tap between the two, and that is enough for both eyes. You dot it right around your orbital bone. Do not put it too close up to your eyes, or you will end up getting those teary eyes. So that is the right amount. If you put too much eye cream, what ends up happening is not only does it migrate or it, you know, causes the problems to put your makeup on, you'll also end up with those little white bumps that are underneath your eyes, which I know about because I was putting too much eye cream on at one point. So this is the amount that's here. As you can see, when I put it on, I'm just going to try to put both of the dabs on here. There is a brightening to it, and you can see exactly where I put it, which is right there. You do not see that peachiness, but it absorbed so quickly and left my under eye so smooth. I was so impressed with this. So the first item out of the park, blew me like away. Really, really excited about that. The next item that was in here was one that I have been telling you about since I've had the opportunity to share with you that this is now available to us in BoxyCharm and IPSY. This is such a fantastic product. SmashBox was one of the first ones that brought primers really to the market. And SmashBox is a company that a lot of the celebrities go to get their pictures taken and their makeup done and all of that for covers of magazines. So these primers are really, really fantastic. And now they have a full array of them. But this really brings me back to the original one that I used to get in a square bottle. So if you go back to when it all started, you would know what I'm talking about. And this one is called the Smooth and Blur Primer. And this, they're calling it the original. So this is going to be far easier to travel with, it being in this type of container. But when you put this on, it is more like a silicone primer. So what that means is that it will do exactly what it says. It will smooth and it will blur, and it will leave your skin feeling so soft. It almost like a glass-like finish. Way before, you know, the Korean type of K-beauty was calling it glass. This was giving you that glass finish. So that is the SmashBox, and it feels so soft. It's like you'll constantly touch your face. You will not believe how soft this is. So that is this SmashBox primer, and it also came in the box. So if you want to give this as a gift, I think it is a fantastic gift to give. The next item that was in here is from GoldfadenMD, and this is another one that I have been sharing with you and telling you guys about. This is one that's from their solution line that's called Vital Boost, and they're saying it will even your skin tone. It is a daily moisturizer. It has vitamin D, hyaluronic acid, as well as gooseberry. And they're saying that Dr. Fadden is a multifaceted, I should pull up my, sorry, got to try to see if I can get all of this to you guys. So they're saying this is a multifaceted hydrating moisturizer that delivers a brightening glow to all skin types. So this is the magnifier that you know. If you're interested in it, we have a link down below with the business I have with my brother that's called Improving Lifestyles. This was in our True One Zenith bag. It is the magnifier with the LED light. I hope it doesn't blind you guys. It is a game changer. So if you don't have that, and I know so many of you have, and you've come back and ordered more, my brother tells me, so thank you for that. All right, so this one here I put on as my moisturizer this morning. It is such a fantastic line. And as I tell you always, when we're going through the add-ons and things like that about skincare that comes in this size, first of all, you need very little. GoldfadenMD's products are very concentrated and they are result driven. This will last you, for me anyways, it lasts me a couple of weeks for sure. And if I wasn't, you know, trying other products and I wanted to use this periodically, I can definitely, you know, take this on a trip if I was going away for a couple of weeks. What's great about his products, and when you get skincare in this size here, is you get to see if your skin reacts to it in a positive way. Meaning, if your skin is dry and this helps hydrate it. If you're an oily combo girl like me and it causes your oils to come out more, or if there's a scent that you like or a scent that you don't like. I enjoy getting skincare in this size because it allows me to try it before it becomes a choice item, because when you have a choice, you want to make sure that you invested that choice wisely. And this here is what I love about trying skincare in the $13 bag. So for me, this is an absolute win. And I share with you all the time when we go through it, that GoldfadenMD, if you have an opportunity to try it, when I did in the $3 section at that time, now it's $3.50. When it was a choice, I definitely bought it in the choice. And I also bought it when there were bundles in the shopper. So this one is an absolute winner. The next item here is one that I scream from the rafters about, because this, if I had to choose one mascara, this would be the mascara. And this is from the brand called Benefits, and this is called the Bad Gal Bang. This mascara does it all. It gives you length, it gives you volume on the first application. And even if you want to put on more, it will not clump up. It is just gorgeous. So that is the picture that they have on the side here where they show you the before and after. I'm wearing it on my eyes now, but I don't want to show you too much because I'm going to show you what I ended up doing, which took a mascara that I thought was beyond to the next level, which I couldn't even believe that it could do that. So this really excited about. So that comes in that box, and then this is the mini version of it. And this is the wand that's inside. And as I share with you all the time, and I'm so happy so many of you now are taking advantage and buying these in the add-ons if they don't end up in your boxes, because the wand is the same size that's in the full size as well as the formula that's in the tube. So you really get to test the mascara and the wand. And by saying testing, it's the same thing. You find out if the mascara is too wet, if it's too dry, if it causes flakes under your eyes, if it's hard to remove, if you end up where it clumps too much. You learn about mascaras by trying it in these sample sizes. And to get a mascara in these mini versions for $3, where the only access I ever had to mini sizes was at Sephora, and those were $8 and $10. So to me, these are absolute winners. So this one, as when we went through the add-ons and all that, I said to you, if you didn't get it, this is one that I highly recommend. And everybody has written back to me that say that I am 100% right with this one. So it means everything that when I suggest something that you guys feel the same way that I do, because we all feel differently about a lot of products. But this one here has that kind of Christmas tree type of shape to it, which is absolutely fantastic. The spikes are a little bit low, and usually the type of mascara ones that I like are brushes, but not with this one. This one hits exactly how it should hit. Where the smaller lashes are, it gets those. And it flares out on the other end where it should. Like I said, you immediately get length with this. And then when you put on the second coat or the third coat, you will just get more volume. The length just keeps, it's almost like it's an elastic that it just keeps going. Such a winner. If you haven't tried this, this is one you're missing out on. And then the last item that was in this bag is one that they chose for me also, but I think I'm getting it in a different color, and I am impressed. This is a new brand to me. It is called Prestige Cosmetics, and on here it says it's made in Germany. And I learned years ago, and it was from the shopping channels at that time, and I think it was Joan Rivers, when she started to come out with her own brand, she was saying that the best pencils are made in Germany. So if it's even an inexpensive one that's in the drugstore or wherever, and if it says made in Germany, grab it, because that is where they make the best pencils. So this one here is called Smoky Green, and I used this one in my waterline, and because it said that it was waterproof, if I read this correctly. Yes, it says it's a waterproof automatic eyeliner. It didn't come across that type of green, but that's why I think they called it smoky, because it really came across to me more like a charcoal. But I'm sure if I did a green eye and I chose this, maybe it would pull off more green. When I put it on, like I said, my inner rim and my inner rim on my upper, this to me looked more like a charcoal. So really, really impressed with it. If you were afraid that this was going to be too green, do not be. This is the color that is there. So that is everything that I think would be in the $13 bag. Now we get into the $28 bag. And this is, again, the $1.99 is going to start hitting us on July 1st. So this will be that $30 bag. But the bag is never part of the count. And I always love to share with you when we go through, when they send out the spoilers and I'm able to access the information in reference to the spoilers, the person who creates these bags, I'm so intrigued by all that information that I share it with you guys. I love how they take a certain color theme throughout all the bags, and then in this bag, they'll put them all together. This bag, I think we can get it in 2 colors, but they take the colors that are in here, and this is like the teal that is in the $13 bag. The yellow, I think, is what is going to be the other bag, or they put that in the zipper part here too. Like, all of it is intertwined. It is so, so beautiful. And these bags, I tell you all the time, they're great to travel with. They're great to put incidentals in. It's also good for masks if you want to travel with. I use these for so many different things. And then here is the IPSY tag on the outside here. And this is just a nice cloth material. So that is that there. And if I didn't share with you, which I don't think I did, the theme this month is called Soak It All In. And they're saying the sun, the shimmer, and the SPF. They're saying this month, savor every moment, whether it is an impromptu pool dip or a self-care spa day. Leave those to-dos till tomorrow. And then they have that you can scan to get more information up here as well. So like I said, there's no information in the card, but I always make sure that I prepare before I sit down. But when it's PR, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to try the products that to me is more valuable during this, that when I open it up for you and we go through it in detail, when my bags come in, that is when I share that type of information with you. This one I was on the fence with, because everything in here, we get 5 full sizes. I didn't know what to choose. Every one of my choices, there was more than 2 or 3 that I was like on the fence about with what I was going to choose. So I was so happy that this was in this bag, because I was kicking myself that I ended up choosing another item on this line and that ended up also being in here. So I think that, like I said, my choices I'm ecstatic about, and the fact that they're here and I can share them with you, then hopefully if you chose it or you plan on doing second chances like I am as well, you'll be able to choose it then. This is from this brand called Volition, and this is a Screen Time Hydra Mist. They're saying this is made with rosehip oil. This is such a fantastic brand. This is also one of those brands that I did not know about until I started with getting it in IPSY. I've tried their moisturizers, I've tried their cleansers. Right now I'm using one of their exfoliators that you only have to use for 3 minutes once a week. What a treat. This is why I wanted to try this. So this one is, like they said, the Hydra Mist. I definitely use, like I said, every single product, and I'll go through all that with you. This is how beautiful this mist is. It is the finest mist. There is no real scent to this. You can feel a little bit of the oil in here, and then it immediately dries. It is such a hydrating mist. So if you chose this, absolute winner. The next item in here is the one that I ended up choosing. This is called the Wingme. It is the Ambitious Violet eyeshadow palette. Somehow, no matter how many eyeshadow palettes I have, I always want to try another eyeshadow palette. It is insane. But we have the luxury of doing that when we're getting it in these boxes. So these are the gorgeous colors that are in here. I used every single one on my eyes, which I'll share with you at the end, and I'll swatch it. And then this is the only color that I did not use on my eyes. And I'll go through all of that with you. Like a few of you have written to me, there was one girl that I follow that got her PR before the holiday weekend, and she was having trouble with it, and one person wrote to me in my comments, and I think it was her name is Michelle, and I wrote back to her saying it's important to watch a lot of girls that unpack PR for the simple reason that when it comes to especially eyeshadow, it really depends on so much. It depends if you have oily lids. It depends if you have a primer. It depends if you use certain brushes. There's so many things that some girls might find their looks look muddy or things like that. For me, the only thing that disappoints me when I get an eyeshadow palette is when I blend and the actual color blends away. That's when I feel an eyeshadow palette doesn't work for me, or if the colors blend into each other and you end up with a muddy look. But a lot of times that could be the person how they're putting it on and which brushes they're using. And to me, that's important to know as well. All right, so I will definitely share with you what I did with my eyes, and I'll try to give you a more up close, and then I'll take some swatches of that. The next item that is in here is from Murad, and this is their acne control. This is an oil and pore control mattifier with broad spectrum 45. Murad, I don't have to tell you, if you get the luxury of getting it in your bags or a choice, Murad is a brand that has been around and is a dignified brand, and it is doctor. Everything about it is absolutely fantastic. And I'm an early combo girl, so for me, when it's oil-free, I think it is absolutely fantastic, and when it has SPF, even more so. So they're saying this is an oil-free, lightweight SPF moisturizer that instantly minimizes the appearance of pores by 54% and delivers 10 hours of oil, shine, and pore control. They're saying it is also oil trapping and helps you mattify. It will smooth and blur imperfections. It has avocado and African yellow wood bark, and the extracts the visibly reduced pore size as well as excess oil over time. And it also is a hydrator that will prevent dryness. In other words, it does it all. These are also dermatology tested. It says apply liberally to your face, neck, and chest. And the doctor's tip is a pore size is genetic. It says, but keeping the pore clear of oil and debris will help minimize the appearance. And that is so important that you guys should know that. So this is what the product looks like here. There was no safety seal on this guy. This is what this looks like here. I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand here. I had no cast after when I put this on, and sometimes with SPF we used to get that. I don't think that happens anymore, at least not with the products that I use. There is a beautiful scent to this that has a bit of an orange scent to it, and those are the scents that I love when I'm putting on my moisturizers and my cleansers. I love that orange scent. And then that is what that looks like here, and you can see how it mattified, but it still looks hydrated. So excited about that. So put that on also. Like I said, I'll go through all of that with you guys. The next one here was another one that I chose for myself because I wanted to learn more about this brand, and I'm so happy that I did. This is from the brand called Vamagus, and this is a rose-infused lip oil. We get 2 shades here. This lighter one is in Sophia, and the other one is in Valentina. And this one I put on before I started all my makeup this morning, and it went on beautifully. It did not act like a lot of, some lip oils to me are very sticky. This one was not. This is the one that's Sophia. And when I put it on, I found that after about 5 minutes or so, my lips looked hydrated and plump. They still felt moisturized, but I didn't have that oily gleam to it. So I think this will be so perfect for so many. This one I did not try yet, so I'm excited to see what that color is. Oh, it's beautiful. This has more of that pinky rose color to it. Really beautiful. This is going to be a treat. So if you chose this like I did, I think we did great with our choice. So that is what this item is here. And anything else written on the box? No. So that is the 2 items in here. And then the last item that we got here, before I go through all of this with you guys to share with you how I did my face today with everything in here. This is from Item Beauty. And this is one that I really wanted, and that's why I was like hesitating with what I was going to choose. And I didn't end up choosing this because in my mind, I thought it was going to be a blue mascara. And I tried blue mascaras, you know, when I was in my teens. It was very hot then. But this is not what this is. And this is what surprised me the most in everything here. This is called a Boost Juice, which means they're primers. The blue one is a lengthening primer, and the pink side has almost like little fibers in it that helps give you the volume. So I used this. So like I said, I'm gonna go through everything, but I just wanna show you these products up close. So if you think you bought this to be a mascara, you could probably use it as so, because it definitely gave me the length and it darkened up my lashes. But if you use this the way you should, which is what I did, which is putting the blue side on first, which gave me the length, and it really gave me the length. And then I put on this side here, which is that, you know, lilac type of color. And this to me had fibers in it. That's how I felt it went on. And it definitely gave the volume. Then when you topped it off, like I said, with my favorite mascara that gave me, I thought, everything and more, with this, it took it to a whole new level. So if you chose this, know that it is a primer. It is a lengthening is the blue, the pink lilac side is the for volume. And then if you use the mascara or any mascara, if I didn't have this mascara in here that I wanted to use it because I can't resist this mascara, I would have used the Item Beauty one that I have with that smaller brush, which also is an absolute winner, which is how I want to try this again next, because if you want to use the same brand, I think it's great. It also says on here, so that's how I knew that this is called a Boost Juice. It's a dual-ended lash primer. And it tells you the volumizing, and it has an arrow to the pink sides and lengthening to the blue sides. And I always like to lengthen first and then do volume. And that's why I use the blue side, then the pink sides, and then I did the mascara. So that is how my eyes look. And I'm really hoping through my glasses you can see everything, because I am blown away by the amount of length and volume that I got on this. And I didn't do any eyeliner on the outer part of my eyes so that I could really see it and see it to believe it. And it truly was one of those. All right, so now let me share with you how I got this face this morning, because I took out some products that we got, and some are also going to be sneak peeks in reference to what we have in BoxyCharm. All right, so starting with, I took the Murad I didn't. I started with the GoldfadenMD moisturizer. Like I said, this also had a bit of that orange scent to it, which I absolutely love. And it went on and sunk in really, really quickly. It is just beautiful. Highly recommend. Then I did the Murad SPF. Thought it was an absolute winner. And then I did the eye cream on my eyes. And like I said, it penetrated really, really quickly in, and it was an absolute winner. Then I took the primer from here. Gave me that beautiful smoothness that it always does. SmashBox, such a winner. Then we already went through the mascara, and then what I did on my waterline and my upper inner rim, I did this. It stayed on beautifully. Like I said, the color of it I thought was really impressive. I thought it was going to be more green, and the colors that were in here, I thought it was going to be too much of a contrast, and it ended up being perfect with the shades that I got in here. So I did also put this lip oil on, which I shared with you all about. And the only thing that, and then at the end, I sprayed, at the beginning, I sprayed my face with this before I put the moisturizer on. And then I did it at the end as if it was a setting spray, because you can use this as a hydrating spray throughout the day. Now, let me do the swatches of this palette, and then I will share with you where I put everything and my thoughts on this, because I was a little nervous just based on a few of the comments, you know, and after watching that one girl who got her PR very early. This one here is, the names in here say Dream, Crave, Rose. Let me do it this way. I'm so excited to share information with you guys. This one is called Dream, Crave, Rose, and Haughty, but it's spelled Haughty. Look how beautiful these colors are. This to me was not a spring palette. This to me was more, and everything is dry on my hands already. This one was more to me of a fall palette. I had a little bit of fallout in the actual pan with my brushes, but no fallout on my face. Just means to me that the colors are very pigmented, which you can see just based on the swatches that I had on my hand. And then down on the bottom, these are all like satin shimmers. So let me just put these on my hand and I will show you. This is Crust, this is Fortune, this is Rebel, and this is Temptress. So because this to me pulls more, this whole palette pulls more purpley than it does any other color, and that's what makes this eye look to me look a little more smoky, a little more fall than, you know, spring, summer. But I think this is a palette that you'll be able to wear it a few different ways. How I used this today was I used the primer, which I wanted to try again from the brand called Sandbar, which was in our BoxyCharm boxes. Really enjoy this. Let it dry. It goes on, makes your lids very, very smooth. And then what I did to, there was no tackiness. It went on more like a hydrating primer as opposed to a sticky. Then I did the all over the eye with this first item here. Then I used the second one as the transition. This color ended up being a little bit, to me, too dark for me that I wanted as a transition, but I wanted just to use this palette, and that is what I ended up doing. Then I went a little bit, and as I share with you all the time, I have really small eyes. A lot of girls call hooded eyes, and I feel they use the term a little bit too loosely. Hooded eyes means that the upper, you know, your upper skin is kind of like folding over onto your eye, or you have no lid space at all. My eyes are small. I have a little bit of lid space. So what I do to make my eyes look larger is I cheat my transition. So instead of being exactly where the crease is, I do it above the crease. And then I take the second color in and I go right underneath that. That's still a little bit above the crease because I still want my eye to look larger. And this color is beyond stunning. Then I took this color here on the outer corner of my eye to give it more definition. And then it wasn't giving me the deepness that I wanted, but I then chose the purple. So that's when everything kind of changed the look. So it started to give it more of the purple tone. But by doing that, I ended up using this gorgeous, gorgeous lilac color in the center of my eye, and it was beautiful. You definitely need, for this, I felt, for me, I needed to spray my brush to be able to give it more color so that the color would be more vibrant. But if you want a more muted look, then don't wet your brush with a setting spray, which is what I do. So I always dip into the powder first and then spray my brush with the powder already on it, as opposed to spraying my brush and then putting it in here so that I can use it to me both ways. And then the last item that I used here was in the corner of my eye, and it was brightening. It was beautiful. So these colors I thought were fantastic. Like I said, the only color I didn't use was the khaki green, which I will definitely play with more with these colors, and then the khaki. If I didn't go into the purple, I would have gone the khaki route. So to me, there's 2 different or 3 different ways that you can use this palette. You could go completely neutral, you can go completely purple, you can go khaki, or you can go more on just the natural using the 1, 2, and then 3. As soon as you start pulling the mulberry in, you're going to a different rose route. So there's so much you can do with this when there's only 8 shadows in here. I was really impressed with it. The only thing I felt for me, the transition shade was a little bit too deep, but that's just because of my skin tone. Definitely the colors did not meld into each other. I did not end up with a muddy look. I did end up with more of a smokier look, but that was just based because the colors are a lot deeper. But that light lilac, I felt, gave it a really beautiful look. And I wouldn't play with this many colors if I didn't get eyeshadow palettes almost in every single box. So take the time to play. And if you watch others and they're, you know, disappointed in a product or it didn't work for them, that's not you. You have to play with it. You have to come up with your own mindset. But when somebody shares with you and tells you how much they love something and they're enjoying it and they get it in their box, I hope that you get just as excited to take that time to try every item that is in your box too, because that's the treat of getting a subscription box, is you're literally paying for one item or two items, and then you're getting everything else for free. So a lot of people say, oh, for $30, I prefer to save my money and then buy something at Sephora. I've been there, I've done that. I've gone into Sephora with $30 and bought one thing. And it was maybe something that I really wanted and I saved up for, and it waited for it to go on that 20% off, and then I got it, and so on and so forth. I don't have to do that anymore with subscription boxes. But depending where you are on your journey in reference to makeup, fashion, jewelry, all of that, it all depends on your own lifestyle and how much you have that you can put aside for this. And to me, this is still a luxury. I'm not going to say it's not, but what joy this brings into my world and takes me away from everything else on the outside, and then being able to share it with you guys. It doesn't mean that you have to get everything that is out there. It means that you do have, through the IPSYs and the BoxyCharms and the boxes that I choose to get on my channel, is because there's always something in there that is giving me that light, that brings that sunshine into my day. And that's why I love getting subscription boxes. So like I said, this is a fantastic way to start the month. That when I wish the box came a little bit earlier so I'd be able to share with you guys a little bit earlier so that we can help each other make better choices. But like I said, everything in this box are used, and to me that makes it an absolute winner. So I'm excited for my boxes to arrive, and I hope you guys are as well. And that's it for today, guys. I can go on and on about this, but like I said, when I get excited, it is coming from within. And when I enjoy something, I'm hoping that any of this brings you joy as well. All right, take care, everybody. Continue to stay safe and well, and I'll see you all soon again in my next video. And like I said, I'm excited for July.